Hey guys, this video is going to be a brief review of solving inequalities. The page numbers for the notebook are listed above, and that's actually where I'm going to take you to start this. Like on the equations quiz, it is a good idea for you to use your whiteboard so that you can actually write things down to help you keep track of how you're solving things. But I didn't put that above. So notebook pages are above. Grab your whiteboard. I think that will be helpful. And then I'm actually just going to minimize my screen and go right to the notebook. And the reason why is because solving an inequality is basically exactly the same as solving an equation. You can actually just pretend like you're solving an equation. So if I gave you an inequality that looked something like, I don't know, let's do x plus 8 is greater than 20. If you solved this like this were really an equal sign instead of a inequality, lots of the time you're going to get your answer right. You need to move this 8 to the other side. You do the opposite of what you see. So what you have here is 12, and you just keep the symbol that you started with. So you can go through and solve all of the inequalities on your quiz as if the symbol were an equal sign, and most of the time you're going to end up getting the answer right. But there is one case in which it is different, and that is when your girlfriend is negative. So here it says you must flip the inequality sign if you multiply or divide by a negative. So for us, what that means is you have a negative girlfriend. If your girlfriend is negative, that means that you need to go through and flip your sign. So this is page 84. On page 86, we did a really good review, and a reminder of flipping the inequality sign is inside the booklet on page 86. So like if I show you here, you have a negative girlfriend. To get rid of the girlfriend, we bring her over. Notice that she is negative. That's part of her name. And we do the opposite of what we see. So what you're seeing here is that we were dividing on the left-hand side. So when we come to the right, it turns into the opposite, which is multiply. But then you see this little loop, because when your girlfriend is negative, you need to reverse or flip your inequality symbol. So you're going to go through on today's quiz, and I don't think that I'm on it, but I can pull it up very quickly. Maybe. Let me see. So sorry. If I go to quizzes, you guys don't have these buttons, only I have these buttons. So if I go to the inequalities quiz, today it's, or not today, I shouldn't say today, but in this quiz, this is one of the only ones that is multiple choice. So you would solve it out on your whiteboard, and then you would select which one of these solutions are true. So you could pretend like this was an equal sign, solve it like an equation, and get almost all of these right. The only thing that you need to look out for is, do you have a negative next to the letter, or do you have a negative under the letter? So let me be very clear about that, and then I am going to end this video. So if you are going to flip your sign, what you have is something like negative 5x is greater than, I'll just say 30. Or it'll look like x over negative 5 is less than 2. So it either looks like this with a negative on the front, or it looks like this with a negative in the bottom of a letter. Other than that, you solve it just like an equation. And I keep repeating this because it is important. You could just pretend like they're all equations and get most of them right. But if you want to be a 4, if you want to be above proficient, is that what it's called? You need to be able to recognize that when the girlfriend is negative, you have to flip the sign. Okay, I think that that's it. As usual, if you guys have questions that were not in this video, raise your hand and ask me. Most of the time when you guys ask questions, it's because you didn't watch this video at all. So, love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.